Hello to everybody here. I know we have 0 people here right now, but today, once the people roll in, I'll be doing my show off my card collection, part one. This will be part one. Let me go fix that up. No, it does say part one, so hello to whoever's here. You wouldn't mind liking and whatnot and telling others because this is kind of spring, then it's like because I never thought about this until like a couple minutes ago. Like I have these cards here, I have cards all over my room. Like I could be dumping out cards and I'm looking through them for like 5 hours or like an hour or two until I stopped. Which I mean, I have 0 people here, so like that doesn't help me out. I'm sorry. But right now my live stream should pop up to people here unless I'm not famous. But just did have one watching, which is kind of nice. And we're going into some of my cards in a couple minutes. I just want to let more people come in. Like anybody should join, because like if you're a card collector, if you're just like a random dude who just like wants to see cards, that's your jiffy. Like you guys can say your like level of knowledge, like with cards, like junk. Like who cares? I don't. But my collection will start in like a minute. Yeet. And then go. Maybe 1 minute. Give me just like 1 minute. For one viewer here, like I don't see like many viewers here. So hello to the one viewer. As I'm going to just say hi, I can just show you any cards I want, like anything from Pokemon to, baseball, football, hockey, random, just like cards from like random card games, like you name it, I may have it. Like you don't always need to be just like, oh, do you have this? Yes, I have this. And we'll be starting off with no hits, no good rookies. I'll be moving these guys out of the way because these are like bigger, like better cards. Like I will be starting with like looking for like a random thing and like then if like anybody knows like anything about like a player, I'm gonna change the way I'm not. It's like sorry about that there for a second. Like if anybody knows anything about like a player, like a card, just put it in the chat because I don't know much about 95% of the cards here. It's just like cards on top of cards on top of cards that, well, I would probably know nothing about. Like if I bring this out, I have decks and decks and decks of cards. I have these cards over here, which are just random cards. Here. Like I have, first up, I'll just be going. I have an Ichiro. This Ichiro is from. That says 2019. This is 2019. Yes. 2019. All. No, that can't be all. If it says it on here, if I can read it. This is a Topps product. The one where they use old sets. Looks like here you go. Like this is my Ichiro. If I can get it in frame pretty well, which sorry, I'm not really good with like what's in frame at the moment. But I just have like a random Ichiro here. Plus on the back, this is the back of the Ichiro. which this is a nice Ichiro. Like, this is, I think his last year he played, which I'll be putting that into like the showed off pile. Next, I have a rookie of Jack Flaherty. I'm maybe not the most sought after like set that he would be putting into, but a good set, nonetheless. A good set. I like to say that, nonetheless, a good set. Which he was the back. The back is always landscape and whatnot. Which this that's the back of that card. I do have some random other cards like I have a Jordan. Is that same? I have another rookie from the same year, same team. Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks rookie, another pitcher for the Cardinals. Which, speaking of sports today, I want to go see if there's like any like big baseball games that have happened so far today. Because there's probably been one, at least one. As I'm getting off topic, but as you know, I'm a full-on sports channel, which Baltimore stuff isn't there one, but Baltimore won Wednesday. Now another play Cleveland. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then Tuesday they play the Mets at home. Which that's a mini sports update. Speaking of the Cardinals they're pitching Kim. None of the two rookies. Kim, I can give you a little insight about him. He's Kim. I'm gonna call him Kim. Kim is his last name. His nickname is KK, which I can call him. He's from Seoul, South Korea. I mean, that's not Jordan Hicks, but Kim, they say that he came over in 2019. They picked him up as a free agent. He was put on a 10-day DL. September of 2020. Was reactivated now in 2021. He was just activated like a month or so ago. 2 months ago, off of the injured list, which is a nice thing to think about. Like, off the injured list, what a good thing to think about. Which, getting back over to Jordan Hicks, here's the back of the Jordan Hicks, which it looks exactly this, which it looks similar color scheme because it's a similar because it's like this because it's no rookie. That's an update rookie. That was an opening day rookie. Like, they're rookies the same year, but like totally different sets. Like, there's different sets and tops. Like, there's like, speaking of another Cardinal, at that time, same year, same team. What this is series 1, so that's Colton Wong. Another random card that I would call these random, but it's just like whoever I have is who I have at the moment, because I have some guys that have a billion of, I have some guys that only have like 2 or 3 of. Like, it's whatever floats the boat. Like for my video last night, I'll be going over like my one thing about my guy, and like I'll be going over that if more want to join, which I bet more aren't gonna join at this rate. Because knowing me, I always just like swing out, and I just make a swing for it and hope that people come on to my live, which I'm never good with timing, which I should probably get better with, but so far I've had only you. If there were 4 people to watch my Should I PC Chase Young short, like that video, like I wasn't kidding, like I was asking a question, like, so like I got somebody to comment and whatnot. Then people like comment on it and whatnot. Like, this is the Colton Wong back. Like, it says he was on the Cardinals. He's now on the Brewers for my one viewer who may or may not know about baseball. Like, I don't really like know much about Colton Wong and whatnot. Like, next up is gonna be a totally different year. It is a David Ross from 2016. 2016 series. He was drafted in 98. Started on the Dodgers. No, he was started on the Dodgers. Went to the Pirates in Padres for parts of a year. Then was on the Reds, and then and then went to the Red Sox for part of a year. Was on the Braves, Red Sox again, and then Cubs. Like, here's the front of the card. Of the card, which that might not really like explain much, but this is what we're taking a walk down memory lane of this. Like, these are set. Well, this is what cards looked like back then and whatnot. Which I can bring up rookies and stuff for like second tier cards. Just like would have been rookies if we just stayed down longer. Like, I don't really understand like how our rookies work out, because there's like there's certain cards, and then it's just like, here's one card, here's another card. As I'd like to say, like, cards come in the many, as I like to say. You open up a pack, hope you get a good card, you either get good or bad cards, or some of each. Like, you never know what cards you're getting until you open up the pack, which this is the back of David Ross. I'll be telling you a little bit about him. So, like, he's had up and down wars. The best war he had was 1.9. He's had a few years where it was over 1.5, which I don't really know how war works, but war, the higher the better. Which, I mean, that's like a big thing to think about. Like, how do you know like somebody's good? Like, you have to know. Which I can say that's like, you look up if they're good, and then if they're good, they're good. If they're bad, they're bad. Like, I mean, next up, I'm gonna give you a random card. I'll give you a John Lester, but it's bent. This is a random card. This is a Brandon Crawford, 2019. Looking right now, I do not. This is a Topps product. I do not know the exact name of it, but I mean, I'm not looking up like every card and like wasting your time. I mean, I can give like score updates if anybody wants for like anything. Which I've been checking right now on like basketball and stuff. Like, basketball isn't my favorite thing, but when a team you like from like a place you've lived, it gets in, you'll love it. Which, I mean, I can say like that's the front. Like, it's always hard for me. Like, what it should say what set it is. It's not like on like Panini. Like, it's just like, as I'm looking, it just says, oh, it's rated rookie or something, like rated rookies and rated prospects and stuff. Like, I haven't really bought into anything from this year yet, because like, I mean, like, I should probably get like Chase Young's, but I don't know. No, like, it's not like my level of knowledge on like stuff. Like, I have this like old of this random dude named Broderick Thompson. He played for the Buccaneers, and this card is from '91. Like, yeah, he's trying to like sack or like hit. It looks like he was trying to like hit the quarterback. Like, yeah, that's my explanation. Like, I've never even heard of him before and whatnot. Like, I mean, like, I don't even like keep my cards like together in the same way. So like, that makes it like much more fun as being like, wow, I have this good dude. Like, wow, I have like this weird card, which I go for like Pokemon cards. Like, that's why I named it card collection. Like, I mean, like, maybe I should change that it's only sports and whatnot. Like this isn't only sports. Like only like sports fans wouldn't want to see this. It's like I mean, like sports fans would want to see this. Random dudes would want to see this. So I don't know. Like it's like Pokemon, and you just want to like stop and like see like Pokemon. So be it. Just stop and like this is not entertainment, not comedy. Like I don't know what this would be considered because this is in sports. This is not music. This is not gaming. Film animation, no education, comedy. People on blogs, no film and film and animation, no. I'm gonna leave it at sports because like it's not just like anything but sports. Like I mostly have sports cards, like that would like explain the mass majority of it. But like on the back it says 2 years that he played. If I look over at the card, which says he went to Nebraska, third year, and he was born in Houston, Texas, drafted in the first round of '89. Which I mean, looking at that card, like that doesn't like tell me like that he's good or anything. Like I have a J.P. Crawford who I think was good at one point, maybe not good anymore. Maybe not who I think he would be, but like I mean like. And if you want me to, I could stay live and like just like do nothing to see like the live stream on and like let people like chat for a while and then come back and do video games tonight. I don't know what I'm even doing tonight yet, so it's you and it's just me and the one. It's just me and you, whoever you are. You want to say something in the chat because, and also like the video for because that only takes like a second, like 1 second out of like a 50 billion year life, like. I mean, like, I'm probably just, like, exaggerating myself. Like, I mean, I exaggerate myself. I mean, I do exaggerate a bunch. I just want to say that, like, there's, like, other YouTubers that you could be watching, but, like, pick me. Like, I'm not the best YouTuber, but I deserve views and whatnot because it's just, like, I have one like. I'm live. Public. I could send this out to anybody, but like, why would I send it out to just like random people and then just be just like, oh, so this is my channel, yada 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 yada. Like, I mean, like, here's the back of the card. This is Topps Chrome. This, so he was playing for the Phillies. Like, this was like a younger version of. This was when he was like young. Like, I don't really hear anything about JP anymore. Like, nothing about JP in like years. I mean, like, I could look up stuff about JP, but like, why look up stuff when I have hundreds, if not thousands, of trading cards and cards in general just like sitting around? And the next card may not be. I mean, like, I have like random, just like ripped sleeves. These from like a 9 set. I know I'm just like blabbermouthing on, but like down here I have a I have like a half decent second year Shane Bieber card. Shane Bieber is a god in the MLB. And I'm just saying like not what I think, but like what I think most people would think of him. That if I was an Indians fan, that would be like one of their best pitchers. And hopefully he stays on their team for years to come. Like, there's the code, and then the back shows that he had played for the Indians. It says on the card, drafted by the Indians in 16, made it up in 2 years. Like, 2 years isn't too bad to to get up to the MLB, and because he played part of 18, like he played in this place called Lake County. Don't ask me what Lake County. I have a Yankees and Edwin Encarnacion. It says that he was considered DH. This was back Walmart Holiday Walmart 2019. If I can, which I'm trying to read that super small print. I guess you can say that he's good because he started in 05. He was drafted by the Rangers in 2000. Started in 05 as a red. And, like, the Rangers got rid of him. Like, the Rangers, they had some good. They could have done well. Like, the Rangers must be mad about how he panned out in the MLB. Like, I mean, when you say, oh, I'm a good player. Yin yin. Yin yin yin. Like, teams draft players, and like they're just like, oh, like we need a good player for now. Like we're gonna trade this guy who has good potential. Like do all you want, but you know, like it's not just like, oh, it's not just like it's not just like you can just like be just like, so like I mean like it's stuff like random stuff. Like I like random just like things like bags with stuff in them. Just like they like collected, they like got from like somewhere or another, like tops to tins and whatnot. Let me say that I got this Lunala. That I got this Lunala tin. I'll say that like that's a Pokemon reference, which shouldn't be giving up Pokemon references on a non-Pokemon channel, but like I mean like there's like so much I could tell you. Like I mean like I could even come back later because there's probably a better time to live stream. It would have been like earlier, but I had other stuff that I was doing, and like when you're doing other stuff, you think to yourself like, oh, I want to do this, but then your family tells you like, you must do this. This comes before live streaming, and like it's like the back is just like a basic, just like silver back. It's not just like anything. It's not just like a special like tin top. It's not just like the make your own custom tin top Pokemon thing, like which isn't the thing. I mean, there's like dudes like it is like hockey stars, which I know 0% about hockey, guys. I know 0% of old. I know like maybe like less than 1% of like hockey players of all time. Like I could name. I could probably name like a few. Wayne Gretzky. There's the one on the Pirates with see, I forget hockey. Yeah, let's forget hockey. I'm never going to bring up hockey really on my channel. Basketball, I could bring up a bunch of names. I wouldn't know much about them. Nope. I mean, I did watch a little bit of the show about who's in the car about Jordan, like not the whole documentary series. Like, and I didn't watch it like live, like when it was coming out. I watched it afterwards, which I can say the episodes that I did watch were good. I mean, like this is like my perspective on like stuff. Like, I've Matty Ice in here. I have random other dudes. Like, I mean, like if you want me to like look like a certain sport and like go over like a certain sport, which I know that you've been the same person in here that's like watching, like if you want to leave because it's boring, leave because it's boring, because it probably is boring. Because I am boring sometimes. And not like to own up to it. And be this like, why am I doing this? Like I could play solitaire live. And Shane's just like a totally different like motive of fans. Like I mean it's like I haven't like tagged anything yet, so like maybe that will fix it. Like give me like 1 minute. I'll be back in a minute. It doesn't like my thing when I put an MLB anymore. When like I don't capitalize the L and the B, which says no, there's nothing for MLB like an L. AL. I can show you like what I use as like a reference. Like I don't do like seeing the rest of my but this is like what I use for like YouTube. Like I mean like Anchor. Like that's like my old podcast, which I would play a little bit of, but I know it gets old and like it's outdated stuff from like last summer. Like, and I thought, why don't I start a podcast? Well, I want to do it again next week, but I have no easy way to get in touch with like sports personnel, fancy like big name sports players, like smaller big name sports players. Like, when I say smaller big name, I mean like they're like on like a big name team, but like they're not like a big name player on a big name team. Like they might be just like they might be like practice squad or like minor leagues, or like on the cusp of coming up or something, and like in like the sports news, but not like everybody wants to like get in touch with them. Maybe nobody wants to get in touch with them because they're like because of like the team they're on, and like knowing that like they're like a Astro, and that like Astros players are like a player from like a cheating team. Like oh sorry my phone turned off, but like I could show you on that app for a video, but that would take like then I'd be giving like personal like YouTube stuff like there's like Pokemon. Like, I mean like there's like it's telling me like yes, do this, do that, do this. Like I love this app because it like gives you like an SEO score, which I'm gonna pause that and go hope that some guys just like see it via that. Like if I look up like if I look up LJ8 Sports, it should come up as my first thing, but then there's like if I look up LJ8 Sports online, it should come up LJ8. Comes up with like, oh, I'm live. Like, check me out if you want to look me up on like, which this brings up, and then it just says like, says that if I unlike, it unlikes. If I like it, it likes. Which I could cheat the system and give a second view, but then that would just be just like annoying and like whatnot, which I have another code I can show you like tons and tons and tons of just like random dude, like I have like dudes all the way from like MLB The Show gods, just like and there's like I have this first of Eduardo. No, it's Edward Cabrera. Here's yeah, you can bask at that card for like a couple minutes since I've been asking you about some like stuff that like you know nothing about because like you haven't said anything, which I said, hey, like I would have it would have been like a while ago, like I can say like baseball cards, like they've probably like been this like random stuff. Like I would say nope to basketball cards tonight because if I have any, it's just like those cheapy, just like it would be like cheaper, just like ones. I mean, you did see my Larry Bird, I bet, and like that's my only like that's like my one of my best was like my best hockey card, like the best hockey player that I've ever known from one of the top hockey players. Like I lost that card somewhere, like it's at one of my it's somewhere where I keep a card collection. Like I can tell you that like this is the back and this is like pre like rookie, like this as he was drafted in 2015, which I would think a Marlins fan would know 10 times more than I would. Which I can go on to like a random card right now, which that would be I would go into a Mike Jackson, but nah. I like to show this future stars card of Derek Dietrich's. For a second, while I just go like add in a few more things and hope that people see this. Pokemon cards. So you can hear my voice in the background, but you see. You would think I would open up cards, but I haven't been able to get cards. Like, I mean, like I would do an online Walmart thing, but like I would do like I'll do is like looking for cards on Walmart's on Target's website on a Friday morning, but I have no time. I might have to go in like a couple minutes. I'm just waiting for the first one because it's probably my dinner time, which means that I will be like doing like a part two to this, maybe like because I went through like a little bit of like stuff today. I got like a couple more cards here and there, like I want to show off like this card, which I'll do like its own video and its own short on. It's a Pokemon card. It is ancient. It's one of the rarest Pokemon cards ever. Or probably like the rarest. I got it as like an Amazon purchase, like however long ago. Like this was back when like I was super into Pokemon. Like I can say that much. I was super into Pokemon. Ancient Mew. Which I can just say is like come and go and come whatnot. If you want me to live stream again, which I will probably be live streaming. This is my final card here. Like, goodbye. I can live stream whatever you want later tonight if no restrictions come up. But let me just say, the Ancient Mew is probably my best Pokemon card out there. Like, isn't I know it's not playable, but it's great. Goodbye, and probably streaming either tonight or at another time. I'll be giving more details. I'll be giving more details to into via text, Discord, however I can get in touch with you. Goodbye.